From silver screen to regional stage productions, the role of an actor can seem so glamorous in the eyes of a watcher. Is it really how it's cut out to be, though? Welcome to Thoughts from a Thespian. I'm your favorite personality, Serena, and today I'm here with Mariana Sierra, a local actress from Broward County. How are you doing today, Mari?
I'm doing good. How are you?
So far, so good. Shall we get started? Because I'm pretty sure the public is very, very eager to know, what inspired you to pursue acting?
Well, I've been acting since I was in middle school because I decided to take an elective, as an impulse. And ever since then, I've just loved the feeling of being able to take on a new role and be a new character and kind of just show different dynamics. And yeah, I've loved playing other parts.
Where do you hope to see your acting career go in the future, say in the next 5 years?
I would love to see myself on a stage doing Wicked or, Les Mis or Phantom of the Opera, or even smaller musicals that I've heard of. It's always been my dream to be in a musical and for people to come and watch.
What about stage acting in particular do you find to be either difficult or rewarding as an actor?
Stage acting? Ooh. I guess because everything's live and, if you mess up and people see. It's kind of just that added pressure. There's no retakes. It's just that's your shot. That's your opportunity. So that's, the most difficult part. But the most rewarding part is that, people are seeing you live and there's kind of a glamour to it. And it's just, I love it so much.
And with your most recent role being in Sin Miedo, what is it about this play that drew you to it?
Mostly the message of it and how us as women, we feel kind of just throughout history, we've been kind of silenced in our struggles and, taken advantage of or seen as either dramatic or we're making things up when we try to bring attention to these kinds of situations that we're put in, either in the workplace, at home, or just in general. And bringing light to that and bringing awareness is something so powerful. And especially through the methods that we did it in, it was poetry by famous, female artists. And I feel in the way that we conveyed it, it was something else. It was so magical. And it's one of the best experiences I've ever had in my life. I'm so grateful to have been part of that project.
And what was the audition process like?
So I took an intro to acting class back in the summer semester of, 2022? And my friend from that class, when I graduated, she's just hey, I remember you from the intro to acting class. Congratulations on graduating. I heard about this project that Microtheater Miami was starting, and I wanted to know if you would like to be a part of it. Because they're looking for actresses that speak Spanish and that sing and that act really well. And I was oh my gosh, sure. So I came in for an audition. I sang a couple bars from a song. And us, the four actresses kind of just meshed so well together that, yeah, we got casted.
How would you describe the worst or the best part of the audition process, not only for this production, but in any production you started?
I would say, I'm going to start with the worst so I can end on a positive note. The worst part is probably the before and the after, the waiting for your audition slot, because that's when all the nerves start to build up. And the after, waiting for the results, waiting to see if you got called back or not. I would say those are the most stressful parts. And the best part is probably when you're doing it. Cause I don't know for any other actors out there, but for me, when I'm doing, when I'm actually auditioning and saying my monologues, there's this rush of just self-confidence and just assurance. And it's so powerful. And I feel that gets me through the audition, and it's such an adrenaline rush to come right after. So yeah, I would say that's the best part probably.
Now let's kind of take this on to a larger scale. What is really your strategy when choosing a role to audition for?
Ooh, that's interesting. Okay, well, it's different because if it's just a play, no music, no singing, no dancing, that I mostly go for the storyline of the character. I kind of look into it and I look into the play, what the message is about. and kind of just like which character would be fun to play, or I see myself as. If it's a musical, obviously there's more things to consider. Voice part, there's age. Well, age is considered in all of them, but there's voice part, there's like dancing expertise, technicalities, and all that stuff, along with the message and the story of the character.
And out of every production you've been in, which have been your favorite and least favorite roles?
I had to play a 50-year-old man, so with the 5 o'clock shadow and everything. So it wasn't the worst role, but it was very funny because I would see myself backstage just with a beard.
Dude, I'd kill for a picture of that.
It's so funny. And probably the best role, other than the one in Sin Miedo, in high school, my senior year, I did a play called Luna Gale. And it talks about this, couple that has a child before they get married out of wedlock. And the mother of the parent of the child is very religious. And there's this social worker that's put into this position of what do they do with the child? Do they give it to the grandmother and the church? Do they let the biological parents keep them? Because the biological parents, they want their kid. And I played the role of the social worker.
Speaking on your favorite and least favorite, if you had the chance to redo any role you starred in, what would you have done differently?
Luna Gale. Because I would have liked to give Caroline a little bit more authenticity. Because again, I was an 18-year-old playing a 50-year-old woman.
I respect that.
At 18, you don't really go through the sufferings of life. Well, it depends on your situation, obviously. But you're still young, you're still learning. So I would have liked to put some of the experiences I've lived up to now and put that into the character.
I guess it goes to show that with hard work and a dream, nothing is impossible. And for my audience at home, I hope you've taken good notes. Maybe one day you'll even find yourself across the table with me sharing your own thoughts from a thespian. Take care and have a